Before start of this lecture, I just want to share one note that those who have, yes, second, good morning. Those who have not joined the Google Classroom and Genomio yet, they join that group so that you can avail whatever the material which is available with me, that can be used by the students, that can be referred by the students. So, as per my knowledge, I think students doesn't have any material to refer, and it is always better to refer the material which is shared by the subject faculty. The reason is because generally the subject faculty takes the classes as per the notes material, or like PPTs, then PDF, etc., which he has or she has, right? So faculty के पास जो material होता है, उसी material से generally faculty teaches the subject, and this particular subject which I am taking for second semester for this particular session, which I was taught, which I am taking since 2009. The name was different, electrical engineering. Then 2012 it is changed to basic electrical engineering, and now in this session they have changed to basic electrical engineering with the same syllabus, but it is now to second semester. Okay. So this particular subject gives you the idea about all the fundamentals related to electrical engineering, like how the electric circuit works, what are the types of supply, what is the application of electrical engineering. That is unit number 4, transformer. So I do have notes since 2009. So based on that, the PPTs has developed, quizzes has developed, then tutorials are completely based on that. Even the worksheets I do have, which I am going to share with you. So everything, all the material completely depends on the lectures which I am engaging for first semester or now for second semester. Okay. So it is what the experience which I put in the notes and the PPTs which I do have. So it is always better to refer that so that the notes and the classes parallelly can run. Okay. So it is expected that you all are joining or maybe joined that Genomio and Google Classroom, and all are solving the quizzes, that is continuous assessment 2. So 1 and 2 both are over, both are done. Those who have not attempted yet, they can now start preparing for continuous assessment 3, which is going to be scheduled in this week, Friday, between 5:30 to 6 p.m. for 15 minutes. Okay. Then the questions which are going to be asked in the quiz continuous assessment, it is from the PPTs which we are sharing, or the PPTs which we are discussing. Okay. So let us start with the lecture. Yes, come on guys. It's 10:31. So now see, after 15 minutes, Purimanshu is joining. Okay. So जैसे लास्ट क्लास में मंडे वाले क्लास में मैंने आपको कहा था कि दिस इज व्हाट द इम्पोर्टेंट slide. In this particular slide you get the idea about all the loads which we have discussed. So now I just want to ask few questions to everyone. Can you tell me what is the name of this particular figure? Let us say this is your figure number 2. Can you tell me the name of this figure? What is the name of this diagram? Anyone? Okay, Aditya, can you name this particular figure? Aditya? Aditya, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you tell me the name of this figure? This particular figure, where OA is representing voltage and OB is indicating current.
So it's a VI graph.
VI graph. यानी आपने लास्ट क्लास अटेंड नहीं किया. Okay. It is
Phasor
called a
diagram.
phasor diagram.
Phasor diagram. Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you name this figure? If I just say this is figure number 4. Figure number 4. This particular figure. Again, OA is voltage magnitude. OB is current magnitude. Yes. Aditya? Okay, any other person? Kshitij? Sorry, Kshitija? Aniruddha? Aniruddha, can you tell me the name of this figure? Aniruddha? Aniruddha, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Aryan, can you tell me the name of this figure? Aryan? आयुष? ओके सी जैसे इन्होंने पहले कहा कि इट इज अ वीआई प्लॉट, तो क्या आपको सेम वीआई प्लॉट यहाँ पर भी दिख रहा है फिगर नंबर 4 में? तो अगर वो दिख रहा है तो इट इज अगेन नथिंग बट द फेजर डायग्राम. इट इज अगेन नथिंग बट द फेजर डायग्राम. यानी यहाँ पर आप देख रहे हो कि V और करंट के बीच में जो आपका एक रिलेशन बन रहा है, दैट इज गिवन इन द डायग्राम एंड देयरफॉर दैट डायग्राम इज अगेन अ फेजर डायग्राम. नाउ आई जस्ट नेम दिस फिगर नंबर एज से 6. अब यहाँ पर मैं इसको एक फिगर नंबर जस्ट आज के क्लास रेफरेंस के लिए मैं दे रहा हूँ. तो अगर ये फिगर नंबर 6 है तो इसका नाम क्या रहेगा? अगेन दैट इज अ फेजर डायग्राम. अगेन दैट इज अ फेजर डायग्राम. ठीक है. नाउ this first one, this is first one, it is for pure resistance. ये जो पहला है that is for pure resistance. Then second one is for pure inductor. And third one, यहाँ पर जो आप देख रहे हो that is for pure capacitor. यानी रेजिस्टेंस, इंडक्टर, कैपेसिटर जो इसके पहले हम लोग डिस्कस कर चुके हैं ना, ये वाले पैरामीटर्स, यानी उनका टैबुलर फॉर्मेशन, वेवफॉर्म सिंथेसिस एंड फेजर डायग्राम. तो ये जो सारी चीजें हमने बनाई हैं दैट इज फॉर प्योर कैपेसिटिव लोड, प्योर इंडक्टिव लोड एंड प्योर रेजिस्टिव लोड. दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द स्टेडी स्टेट बिहेवियर ऑफ द आरएलसी सर्किट. स्टेडी स्टेट बिहेवियर ऑफ द आरएलसी सर्किट. होपफुली मैं सभी लोगों के लाइक आई एम ऑडिबल टू ऑल. Can anyone just reply? Am I audible to all? Actually, I am not able to hear Anirudh. Ayush, am I audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So, जैसे हम लोग ये already discuss कर चुके हैं कि these are the tables, the waveform formation and the phasor diagram for R, pure R, pure L and pure C, that is resistive, inductive and capacitive. So for pure resistive, pure inductive, pure capacitive, that is called as resistance, inductance or resistor, inductor and capacitor. So for individual loads, or it is alone only loads, resistive load only, or inductive load, or only capacitive load. For those loads, this particular table, waveform, and the phasor diagram is drawn. So now what you can see is, यहाँ पर आप देख रहे हो कि here you have phasor diagram for resistive load. This is the phasor diagram for inductive load. This is the phasor diagram for capacitive. Okay. Now, when we say phasor, it means there is a phase angle. It means there is a phase angle. So can anyone tell me the phase angle from this phasor diagram for resistive load? Now, what is phase angle? The phase angle is the phase angle between voltage and current. We have next definition for discussion. Okay, I just show you that definition. Phase or phase angle. Phase or phase angle. What is that definition? It is defined as the angle. It is defined as the angle omega t covered by the sinusoidal quantity. Okay, since it passes through its last zero value while increasing in the positive direction. So it also what like another way of defining that phase angle. If two sinusoidal quantities, just see those sinusoidal quantities. यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हो sinusoidal quantities कौन-कौन सी है? Voltage and current. Okay, so two sinusoidal quantities like voltage and current are having a phase difference between the two. The time angle, that is phi, between their respective zero or maximum values is known as phase angle. And that phase angle can be written as phi. Phase angle can be written as phi. For an example, जैसे यहाँ पर small b is indicating instantaneous voltage. Small b is indicating instantaneous voltage. So instantaneous voltage is Vm sin omega t. Okay. Then small I is instantaneous current. Now, if I just consider that small b is the reference voltage, then small I can have the equation as Im sin omega t plus phi. It means there is a addition of phase angle. There is advancement of that phase angle. And what is that phase angle? That is phi. Now, when we plot both voltage and current in the waveform, so for that example, that waveform is shown here. यहाँ पर मैंने एक waveform आप लोगों को दिया हुआ है. So if you just check the waveform, what this waveform is indicating? This waveform is showing that voltage is increasing from its zeroth value. And this waveform is for the instantaneous voltage. And what is the instantaneous voltage? It is Vm sin of omega t. Vm sin of omega t. But if you just see, the current is given by the equation I is equal to Im sin of omega t plus. Now you can see that plus phi. ये जो plus phi है ना, ये आप लोग इस waveform में देख सकते हो. So this is nothing but the plus phi. So it is an incremental to the waveform of the current with respect to the voltage. In other words, what we can say, it's an incremental. Incremental यानी increment हो रहा है, बढ़ रहा है. So it is incremental of the instantaneous current with respect to the voltage. So that increment जो हो रहा है, अब जैसे अगर इस साल मुझे just in case इस साल मुझे पॉकेट मनी मिला है 1500, अगले साल जैसे आपके एक्सपेंडिचर्स बढ़ जाते हैं, अकॉर्डिंगली योर पॉकेट मनी हैज इंक्रीज्ड to 2000. So this year you got pocket money as 1500. In next year, if you are getting 2000, okay. Last year you got say 1000. So it means there is an increment every year by a rupees of 500. यानी आपका हर साल जो इंक्रीमेंट हो रहा है वो कितने पैसों से हो रहा है? इट इज 500 से आपका इंक्रीमेंट हो रहा है. जैसे अगर जो आपके यहाँ पेरेंट्स जॉब करते हैं या फिर हम लोग जॉब करते हैं, तो जॉब में भी वी ऑलवेज एवरी ईयर वी गेट द इंक्रीमेंट. जैसे इस साल अगर आई एम गेटिंग से 10,000, अगले साल मुझे 10,000 की जगह 11,000 मिला. इट मींस देयर इज अ इंक्रीमेंट. Here also there is an increment of the flux or increment of the angle, and how that increment is represented? That increment is represented with the phase angle. So phase angle between the two quantities, that is instantaneous voltage and instantaneous current, that is called as phase angle. So here, if I just say V is Vm sin omega t, I is Im sin omega t plus phi. So that plus phi is the increment between the two quantities. Okay. So again, back to the same slide जो मैं पहला slide आपको अब आपके पास दो तरीके हैं to get this phase angle. आपके पास दो तरीके हैं to get that phase angle. So here, can you tell me the phase angle between voltage and current? Now, again back to the same question. What is the angle between voltage and current for this particular resistive load? Can anyone tell me? Anyone? Okay, let us hear it from are you there? Unnati Rathod. Okay, Vaishnavi Ambedkar. Vaishnavi Ambedkar. Am I audible to all? Hopefully. Vaishnavi, are you there? Okay, Vedant Ingulkar. Vedant Ingulkar. Can you tell me the phase angle for this particular phasor diagram? Figure number 2. Vedant Ingulkar. Viraj Giri. Viraj Giri. Okay, Yash Jongre, are you there? Yash Jongre. Then Tanushri. Tanushri. Vaibhavi. Sanskar. Either my voice is not audible to anyone or and they are not responding. Okay. Sanika. See, the recording is going on, and when I am calling certain names, it is going to be recorded. So after my lecture, I just note down these names, and I am going to call their parents. The students are not responding because I have. Yes, students. See, right now I am having 50. Okay, Shrija is responding. It is 90 degree. Achha. First of all, do you know what is meant by an angle? I think all of you know what is meant by angle. अच्छा यहाँ पर इन दो पैरामीटर्स. Okay, suppose मैं x axis और y axis draw करता हूँ, तो can you tell me अगर ये आपका reference axis है, if this is your reference axis and if you are making certain line here, आप यहाँ पर एक line बनाते हो, तो what is the angle of this line? Let us say this is O and this line is A. Can you tell me the angle of OA with respect to reference? With respect to reference, it is 0. Okay. Now, if I make another line on positive y-axis, mentioning it is OB, can you tell me the angle OB with respect to reference?
90.
Okay.
90.
Can I say plus 90?
Yes.
Okay. Now, if I say there is another line on y-axis, but it is on negative y-axis, say OC. Now, can you tell me the angle between OC and OA? That is with respect
Minus
to
90.
It is minus 90. Okay. Now, how we represent minus 90 if it is there? In electrical, in phasor diagram, how you represent negative angle?
Clockwise direction.
You forgot, but it is represented as lag, and plus 90 is represented as lead. Plus 90 is lead and minus 90 as lag. ठीक है? Now I just show you. जैसे यहाँ पर आपने देखा होगा कि the angle between OA and OB, which I am asking, that is angle between voltage and current, that angle phi is equal to 0. Angle phi is equal to 0. Okay. Now if I just take this figure number 4, and again just want to check the angle between OA and OB, that is angle phi, and it is what, 90 degree, but it is minus 90. So how you represent that in 90, negative 90? You just write there as lag. So lag indicates there is a negative angle, but the only thing is what we can say is current lags voltage. Current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degree. Current, क्योंकि करंट उसके पीछे चल रहा है, अगर हम लोग वोल्टेज के तरफ से देखें तो यस, वोल्टेज इज अहेड ऑफ करंट. Okay, so therefore current lags voltage by an angle of 90. Now in figure 6, if I just see figure number 6, so what I can say is again angle phi is 90 degree. That phase angle phi is 90 degree, but this 90 is plus 90. So how we can represent that plus 90? By saying lead. So current leads voltage by an angle of 90 degree. Hopefully you all are clear up to this particular point. I'm not going to repeat it, but just check here. Whenever we say phasor diagram, जब भी हम लोग कहते हैं कि it's a phasor diagram, so what phasor diagram indicates? The phasor diagram indicates the phase, the diagram between two phasor parameters. Phasor diagram indicates the phasor, the diagram between, or the phasor lines between the two parameters. So likewise here, two parameters are nothing but the voltage and current. Okay. So in short, now finally, just tell me the phase angle for pure resistance. अगर आपके पास pure resistance है, so what is the phase angle?
0.
Yes, for pure resistance, that phase angle is 0, phi equal to 0. Okay. For pure inductor, considering voltage as a reference, for pure inductor, what is the phase angle between the two parameters?
Minus 90 degree.
Minus 90 degree. Okay. How we represent that minus angle? If I want to write 90, then what should I add
Lag.
here?
Lag.
Okay. Then for pure capacitor,
Plus 90 degree.
yes. So phi is equal to plus 90 degree. And how we represent plus here?
Lead.
Okay. So these 3 points are very, very important. These 3 phase angles are very, very important. Okay. Now let us proceed further. Now, here I already defined this particular phase angle. What is the phase angle? Phase angle is the angle between the instantaneous voltage and instantaneous current. Angle between instantaneous voltage and instantaneous current. Okay. So this is your 10th definition. Now I just want to give you next definition. Right? ये हम लोग जो पिछले डेफिनेशंस हम लोग डिस्कस कर चुके हैं ना, वही है, उसको हम लोग कंटिन्यू कर रहे हैं. बीच के डेफिनेशंस हम लोगों ने अभी ले रहे हैं बिकॉज जो पोर्शन था आरएलसी वाला वो कंप्लीट होना बाकी है. तो आरएलसी के बेसिस पे हम लोग वी कैन इजीली डिफाइन दोस पैरामीटर्स. ओके. सो नाउ व्हाट आई एम डिफाइनिंग इंपेडेंस. इन फैक्ट दैट इंपेडेंस आल्सो नीड्स द अंडरस्टैंडिंग ऑफ आरएल सीरीज, आरसी सीरीज एंड आरएलसी सीरीज. बट उसको और आगे ना बढ़ाते हुए आई जस्ट वांट टू टेक दिस पर्टिकुलर पैरामीटर दैट इज इंपेडेंस. So what impedance is saying now? Let's see. It is defined as the opposition. See, basically that impedance is analogous to resistance of DC circuit. जैसे हम लोग resistance करते हैं ना, तो similar way there is impedance. So resistance क्या कहता है आपका? Resistance says there is opposition to the DC current, and impedance says there is opposition to the AC current. Okay, so it is defined as the opposition of circuit to flow of alternating current. So impedance says it is the opposition to the flow of AC current. Alternating current means AC current. Okay. So alternating current, alternating circuit, etc. are the name given to that AC. AC stands for alternating current or alternating circuit. Okay. So it is defined as the opposition of circuit to the flow of alternating current. Opposition of circuit to the flow of alternating current. It is similar to resistance. Resistance opposes the direct current. It opposes the flow of direct current. Okay. So now when we say it is impedance, this impedance is not alone in the circuit. That impedance can be represented in two formats. One format is called as polar form, and another form is called as complex form. And this you already have studied in mathematics. आप लोगों ने ये mathematics में पढ़ा हुआ है कि polar form क्या होता है और complex form क्या होता है. पोलर फॉर्म यानी उसका मैग्नीट्यूड और फेज एंगल, और कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म यानी रियल पार्ट एंड इमेजिनरी. रिपीट कर रहा हूं, पोलर फॉर्म माने मैग्नीट्यूड एंड फेज एंगल, कॉम्प्लेक्स फॉर्म माने रियल पार्ट एंड इमेजिनरी पार्ट. तो मैग्नीट्यूड ये हो गया आपका मॉड z मैग्नीट्यूड और उसका फेज एंगल. जैसे मैंने +5 लिखा हुआ, तो +5 क्या इंडिकेट कर रहा है, जैसे यहाँ पर हमने +z के लिए लिखा हुआ है, सो +5. ओके, डोंट गेट कंफ्यूज. अब z का फॉर्मूला क्या होगा, I just write down here. Z का फॉर्मूला होगा वोल्टेज अपॉन करंट. वोल्टेज अपॉन करंट, बराबर. अब सपोज मैं पिछला वाला एग्जांपल लेता हूं, यानी पिछली वाली जो स्लाइड थी उससे अगर मैं लिखता हूं, व्हाट आई कैन राइट इज वोल्टेज. तो कोई एंगल नहीं है वोल्टेज का, सो इफ देयर इज नो एंगल आई कैन राइट वोल्टेज विदाउट एंगल, दैट इज एंगल 0. बट करंट का एंगल था, और करंट का एंगल क्या था आपका, लेट अस से -1. करंट का एंगल था -1. जस्ट शो यू, आई विल शो यू. करंट का एंगल सपोज आपका -5, यहाँ पर आपका फाई क्या है, निगेटिव, क्योंकि करंट पीछे पीछे चल रहा है ना. सो यहाँ पर सॉरी फाई क्या है आपका, निगेटिव. सो इफ दैट फाई इज निगेटिव, यहाँ पर मैंने प्लस लिखा है, दिस शुड बी माइनस, दिस शुड बी माइनस, दिस शुड बी माइनस, प्लीज, बिकॉज़ फाई आपका कब आ रहा है, लाइक करंट आपका कब शुरू है, आफ्टर सर्टेन एंगल ना. करंट इज स्टार्टिंग आफ्टर सर्टेन एंगल. आई जस्ट मेक करेक्शन हियर, अदरवाइज स्टूडेंट मे नोट डाउन दिस. Yes. Okay. So here I have made the correction, and in this equation also I will just make the correction. Otherwise, write the same equation. Just a second. It takes time to save. So अब आपका और क्लियर होगा, because over here there is a, like ये जो phi है, this is nothing but the phi, and this phi means the phase angle between voltage and current. So current starting after a phase angle of phi, so it means current lags of voltage. यहाँ पर current lags voltage. So अगर आप कह रहे हो current lags voltage, so how do you represent that lagging angle? That lagging angle is represented with negative sign. So that is -10. So what is the equation for current? Current equation is Im sin of omega t minus phi. Voltage का equation V is equal to Vm sin of omega t. अब ये आप कैसे प्रूव कर सकते हो, when omega t is equal to 0, V is equal to 0, it means the starting point for the instantaneous voltage is 0. When omega t is equal to 0, sin of minus phi means after certain angle of lag, negative phi आ रहा है ना, तो after certain angle of minus phi that current is starting, so that current reaches to its 0 when omega t is equal to phi. अब यहाँ पर अगर मैं लिखता हूँ कि when omega t is equal to phi, so if omega t equal to phi, what I can write is sin of, listen it very carefully, sin of phi minus phi. Now what is phi minus phi? It is 0. What you get implies sin of phi minus phi is equal to 0, and implies small I is equal to what? 0. So when that current is 0, करंट जीरो कब है? when omega t is equal to 5. So after omega t is equal to 5, let this angle be 5. Let this angle be 5. So this is your 5. So if omega t is equal to 5, current is 0. So it means this is starting from its 0 value. Okay, but at this particular point, the value of voltage is different. The value of that voltage is different. अब ये voltage का value different है, ये कैसे पता चलेगा? अब यहाँ से मैं सिर्फ एक straight line निकाल, I just draw a parallel line. So when omega t is equal to 5, the value of voltage is this. The value of voltage is this. यानी this is the value of voltage when the omega t is equal to 5. Okay, चलो मैं थोड़ा और अलग डायरेक्शन में चले गया था, but hopefully you all are clear with the concept. See, concept आपका clear होना चाहिए, और अगर आपका concept clear है तो आप कोई भी details इसके अगर आप पढ़ते हो तो you can easily grasp the fundamental. Okay, so before that you need to understand the basics of this AC fundamental. That's why here that topic is written AC fundamental. Okay, so now तो यहां पर मैंने आपको जैसे लिखा करंट इज इक्वल टू ओके सो करंट इज व्हाट करंट आई विथ एंगल -5. नाउ व्हाट आई कैन गेट इज आई गेट V अपॉन I बराबर है एंगल +5, क्योंकि ये 0 है ये माइनस है, तो यहां पर आपको क्या मिलेगा +5 बराबर है. तो व्हाट आई कैन राइट नाउ V अपॉन I इज नथिंग बट द Z, so let it be mod Z angle phi. So Z phi is positive for mod Z, but over here that current was negative. So current lags voltage by an angle of phi, but over here for that particular nature you are getting plus. So what is that nature? Ultimately the nature is lagging in nature. Okay. अब अगर मैं कहता हूं कि your current phase angle is +phi, यानी यहाँ पर I just write here. Again I am writing here Z is equal to voltage. Now that voltage is without that is on the reference axis, so voltage is without certain angle, so it is V angle 0. Current leads voltage by angle phi. Current leads voltage by angle phi. So now what I get is voltage upon current with -phi. Now voltage upon current is say mod Z. That is Z impedance. So mod Z is with mod Z is with -phi. So if it is with negative angle, yani current leading the voltage, already we said current leading the voltage. So when we get minus sign in the impedance, minus sign, negative sign in the impedance, so what that complex form says, the complex form says R minus J XC माने कैपेसिटिव रिएक्टेंस. So it means if the capacitor is present, that is called as a leading factor. Okay. So to understand this particular definition, or rather I say to understand this concept of the equation, ये जो equations की concept है ना, to understand these concept of equations, you have to refer the next lecture, because in those lectures I'll give you the concept of the relationship for RL series circuit, RC series circuit, and then the RLC series. Okay, so right now you just understand the basic definition what impedance is saying. Impedance क्या कहना चाहता है? Impedance wants to say that it is the opposition to the flow of alternating current. It is the opposition to the flow of alternating current. It is the opposition to the flow of alternating. Okay, so ये जो concept है, ये concept और आपका clear होगा when I take your RL RC series set. RL RC series set. Okay, अब ये power factor हमने define किया. So there are 3 different ways of defining power factor. आपका 11th impedance हो चुका है, तो impedance से related आपके इतने concept. Impedance से related आपके इतने concept. Hopefully you all are clear with the concept of impedance. Okay, so do you have any question? Do you have any question? Do you have any question?
No, sir.
Okay. So, चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं fast. Come on, 1 point. Now, can you tell me just refer this figure number 7. What figure number 7 is saying? What figure number 7 is saying? What figure number 7 is saying? All of you can see this figure number 7, in which there are 3 phasor diagrams. Phasor 1, this one, phasor 1. This phasor shows the phi is equal to 0. Phi is equal to 0. In this figure, that phi for pure inductive load, मेरे ख्याल से फेजर डायग्राम आपके उल्टे हो गए ना? ओके, ये उल्टे हो गए हाँ, प्लीज मैं ड्रॉ कर लेता हूँ, जस्ट ड्रॉ दोस फिगर्स. मैं ड्रॉ कर रहा हूँ, ओके, फॉर प्योर रेजिस्टिव. So for pure resistive, the phasor diagram is like this. यानी आप एक straight line draw करोगे y axis के ऊपर, let us call that as voltage magnitude, और उसी के ऊपर और एक straight line यानी reference axis x axis के ऊपर और एक line आप draw करोगे, उसको आप कहोगे current axis यानी current magnitude. ओके, अब इसको आप स्मॉल i c भी कह सकते हो या कैपिटल I भी कह सकते हो, स्मॉल v भी कह सकते हो या कैपिटल V भी कह सकते हो. So when current and voltage both are in phase, यहाँ पर आपका current and voltage both are in phase. So what is the value of phi? Phi is equal to 0. Phi is equal to 0, and that is valid for what? Pure resistive load. Pure resistive load. Okay. Now I just make it the phasor diagram for inductive load. Again considering reference as voltage. यहाँ पर मैं voltage फिर से reference ले रहा हूँ. I am making capital P. Now for pure inductive load, current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degree. क्योंकि ये आपका नेगेटिव जा रहा है, तो नेगेटिव अगर जा रहा है मैंने क्लॉकवाइज जा रहा है तो उसको हम कहते हैं लैग. So here current lags voltage by an angle of 90 degree. So what is the value of phi? It is phi 90. But to avoid that negative term, you have to mention here lag, and that lagging in nature is for what? Pure inductive load. Pure inductive load. Now you just make it for capacity. तो कैपेसिटी में अगेन कंसीडरिंग वोल्टेज एज रेफरेंस, वोल्टेज आपका रेफरेंस रहेगा, एंड करंट इज ऑन पॉजिटिव y axis. So here only 10 minutes left. So current leads voltage. हालांकि टेक्निकली देखा जाए तो you people have joined finally at 10:30 or 10:31 rather. So I should take my lecture up to 11:30, but I'm not going to take. Don't worry. So again, this angle is what? 90 degree. So what I can say is the angle phi, phase angle, is 90. Angle phi is 90, but it is, as it is positive, therefore you have to mention here it is leading. So for pure capacitive load, what you get is pure resistive phi 0, pure inductive phi 90 lag, and for pure capacitive phi 90 lead. Okay. So now, if this is so, then we have one factor to define, that is power factor. What is the definition of power factor? It is defined in one of the following ways. And there are different ways to define this power factor. So first way, cosine of angle between voltage and current. Cosine of angle between voltage and current. So cosine. So what is that angle between voltage and current? Is phi. So it means it is cos phi. So what cos phi indicates? It indicates power factor. Cosine of phase angle between voltage and current. Just see, in the definition also it is written power factor in bracket cos phi, right? Okay, can you tell me the cos phi for pure resistive load? Sir, it is cos of phi. The value of phi is 0, so it is cos of 0. So can you tell me the value of cos of 0? It is 1. So for pure resistive, the power factor is 1. And how we represent that power factor? It is a unity power factor. Many a times it is referred as UPF. What is the long form of UPF? UPF stands for unity power factor. UPF stands for unity power factor. फिर से UPF stands for unity power factor. Okay. Now let us go with the second load. Second type of load is pure inductive load. So for pure inductive load, again power factor is cos of phi. Now what is the value of phi? It is 90 degree. So cos of 90 is equal to 0. So for inductive load, that power factor is 0. Power factor is 0. But if the inductive load is pure inductive, then the power factor is okay. Otherwise, we generally define that power factor is lagging. We are going to see the RL load and RC load. You will get the idea about it. Okay. Now, for third type of load, pure capacitive. In pure capacitive, power factor again cos of phi, right? What is that? Again, it is cos of 90. What is cos of 90? It is 0. But over here, it is leading in nature. So that power factor is leading in nature. We'll see those concept of the exact power factor for inductive, that is RL and RC load. Okay. So now, do you have any question related to this? What is the definition of power factor? First definition is cosine of phase angle between voltage and current. Okay. Now I'll just show you second definition. Okay. यहाँ पर if I take, मैंने अगर आपका ये लिया होगा RL and RC सीरीज अगर मैंने लिया होगा तो इनफैक्ट ये थोड़ा सा कंसेप्ट मेरे ख्याल से आसान होगा, बट स्टिल नो इशू. ओके, अब इसको मैं थोड़ा इस तरीके से लेता हूँ. कैन यू सी द ट्रायंगल हियर? क्या आप लोग यहाँ पर ट्रायंगल देख पा रहे हो?
Yes.
So this triangle where you see on x-axis there is R, resistance. On y-axis there is XL, that is inductive reactance. And the resultant of these two is this line, that is Z. Now angle between that as phi. Okay. Now can you tell me the definition or the cosine of phase angle? The trigonometric definition of cosine of phase angle. अगर आप cosine define करते हो तो what do you write generally? Cos of say phase angle phi. यहाँ पर आपका phi है, तो cos of phi is equal to adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side upon hypotenuse. So that is what the basic definition of cos of phase angle or cos of angle. Now what is the adjacent side in this particular triangle? This is your triangle. Okay. And this triangle is referred as impedance triangle. So that impedance triangle may adjacent side is what? Resistance. And how we get that resistance on x-axis, that we will see. Okay. And the resultant is, that is resultant of R and XL is Z. So that is hypotenuse. And what is XL? Opposite side. So R is resistance, that is adjacent side. XL is reactance, that is opposite side. So this is adjacent side, this is opposite side, and this is your hypotenuse called as impedance. So how we can define this cos of phase angle? Either you can take the help of this this figure 8 first, or you can take the help of figure 8 second. Okay. So from both you can write it as cos of phi is equal to R by Z. Adjacent side. What is adjacent side? Resistance. Hypotenuse impedance. So it is R by Z. So it is the ratio of resistance to impedance. It is the ratio of resistance to impedance. Okay. Now suppose मैं एक triangle बनाता. Let us say on this, in this triangle, real axis, reference axis is small x. Imaginary axis or positive axis is small y, and resultant of the two, that is hypotenuse, is small z. Is small z. If I ask you what is the value of cos of theta, ट्रिग्नोमेट्रिकली अगर आपको मैं पूछता हूँ cos of theta का यहाँ पर वैल्यू क्या रहेगा या फॉर्मूला क्या है, तो आप क्या लिखोगे? cos of theta is equal to small x upon small z. अगर मैं आपको पूछता हूँ what is sin of theta, तो आप क्या लिखोगे? sin of theta is opposite side में कौन है? y upon hypotenuse, that is z. तो opposite side, that is y upon z. तो जैसे इस पर्टिकुलर ट्राइंगल से आप cos और sin को डिफाइन कर रहे हो, उसी तरीके से हमने पावर फैक्टर जिसका नाम दिया है cos of phase angle, वो हमने देखा. Hopefully you all students have cleared with this. अब अगर आपको ये इम्पीडेंस वाला ट्राइंगल ध्यान में आ चुका है, यानी डेफिनेशन ध्यान में आ चुकी है, तो उसी से आप जो थर्ड डेफिनेशन है cos of phi is equal, now just see, on x axis there is a power called p, and this power is called as a real power. Real माने true, जो सही में है, so it is real power. Then on y axis there is q, यहाँ पर मुझे करेक्शन करना होगा, q, and q is vi sin phi, and this vi sin phi is called as reactive power. That is called as reactive power. Here also you should have q. Okay, so the reactive power, and last, the resultant of the two is apparent power. That is apparent power. So again there is a triangle. That triangle is called as power triangle. So the name of this particular figure 9 is power triangle. How these triangles are defined, how these triangles developed, for that we have to refer RLRC series circuits. So tomorrow in tomorrow's lecture, Thursday 11:30, I am going to discuss the RL and RC series. Okay. So this is power triangle, and this one is impedance triangle. Impedance triangle. Okay. So what we are getting from apparent, real and reactive power, again cos of phase angle. यहाँ पर आपका phi है again, so cos of phase angle can be defined as true power. True means again real power. True means real power. So cos of angle is true power upon apparent power. Now true power is V into I into cos of phi upon V into I. So VI get cancelled. So ultimately what we can get? Cos phi, right? Okay. So it means what? What is key VI cos phi? It is kilowatt power. VI, it is kVA power, kilovolt ampere. K stands for kilo. K stands for kilo. Okay. Then W, kilowatt. Watt means the unit of the power. So watt means the unit of the power. Then V is the unit of voltage. Ampere is the unit of current. Okay. So fine. This is all about the definition of the power factor. Details, because it is 11:15, so details about it I'll just take it in tomorrow's. Details about this I'll give you in tomorrow's lecture at 11. Okay. I don't want to extend your snacks wala time, but hopefully you all are clear with the concept of the power factor. So power factor are defined in three ways. Power factor is the phase angle between the voltage and current. Cos of phase angle between voltage and current. Then power factor is the ratio of resistance to impedance, and power factor is the ratio of true power to the apparent power. True power to the apparent power, or real power to the. So that's all with this. Now any question? Do anyone have any question related to this particular concept? Okay, now all of you please put your attendance, roll number 1 to 10. Roll number 1 to 10. Roll number 1 to 10. Only 3 students are there? 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, roll number 11 to 20. 11 to 20. Roll number 11 to 20. Okay. Then roll number 12 to roll number 21 to roll number 3 आपने late क्यों कर दिया? पूर्वजा roll number 1. I am not going to consider your roll numbers if you are putting in between. Roll number 1 and 3. I am not going to consider your roll number. See, whenever I am saying, it means you have to put your roll number is there only. अगर आप late put up करे हो इसका मतलब somewhere you are not attending the class. Fine. 31 to 40. 31 to 40. Okay. 41 to 50. 41 to 50. 41 to 50. Okay. 51 to 60. 51 to 60. 51 to 60. 61 to 65. 61 to 65. 61 to 65. Fine. So that's all with the today's class. Thank you very much, guys. Students, if you are putting attendance late, it means I am not going to consider attendance.